squeaking that every click.
Don't show your leg. Now you stuck.
Oh, no.
Hey y'all. Hey.
This was unexpected.
This was unexpected.
Don't mind what I'm holding right now.
We are back. Let me make sure I'm on. I was trying to go on Zoom live and that didn't work. Right, Legend?
Yes.
Okay, so hello, Facebook world. I am on about a documentary that I just watched recently, and it's about Martha Stewart. I have my other special guest here.
I don't know why.
We are currently at my mother's house in North Carolina, so we are gone until whenever.
Okay. Next week we're going to be out of gender, so
Don't tell them that.
but,
Okay, so anyways, I want to talk about a little bit about the Martha Stewart documentary and how it has inspired myself and many other people. And I really want to hone in on how it inspired me, because if you know, I'm a DIY girl. I love to craft. I love to do all things creative. And watching this documentary, I did not plan to watch this documentary. I actually saw the promotion of it on TikTok and I was like, let me go watch this, because Martha Stewart doesn't look like me. So I was like, okay, I'll just watch it, as a leisure. And I ended up watching it and got really inspired. Martha was a G. Like, she went through a lot, obviously, and she she persevered. And that is what I really pull from it, is that you have to persevere when nobody believes in you. And the things that she was doing, a lot of people didn't believe in it. A lot of people didn't believe in cooking, baking, decorating your house, crafting, the domestic homemaker lane. They did not believe in it. And truth be told, she actually said that she came up in a time where a lot of women weren't being taught by their moms, because their moms had to go to work. So they kind of grew up with dads too, but they didn't grow up with a guidance on what specifically on how to host. If you want to host a dinner, if you want to cook a certain meal or dish, like, they didn't get these instructions for that. So she had a lot of women, she said, that was following her, that just wanted to learn, that was eager to learn, and they wanted to know what being a homemaker was about. And it was actually a time where her marriage was falling apart and nobody knew. And I'm not gonna, if you want to watch it, I'm gonna try not to spoil it as much as I, want to talk about it. But it was really good. And she had to be a pit bull behind the scenes when it came to fighting for her brand, and when it came to getting deals, negotiating deals. She had the infamous deal with Kmart, and a lot of people talked down on this deal, but she made a lot of money. She made a lot of money. And the importance of bringing this up is because do you want to go? The importance of bringing this up is she did something that they saw was impossible. You might be a person of influence that has a passion for something that you don't feel is important, or people around you don't feel is important enough. And I want you to cut those noises out. And I want you to know that everyone has influence. Everyone has influence in their own lane. It doesn't have to be like someone else. It doesn't have to, just because people aren't talking about it on YouTube, your particular passion, you might be that person that have to get on here and get on YouTube and get on TikTok and get on Instagram to bring that passion to the forefront. You may have to be that person. And, you know, I think in the past, a lot of people just felt like they weren't that person to do so. And they kind of just hid in the back of the bushes and was like, I'm not doing that. I don't have influence. I don't. But let me tell you, this little screen right here will pay your mortgage. It will pay your rent. It will pay for your car. It will pay for your car insurance. It will pay your phone bill. Content creation is the future, y'all. And and in the documentary, Martha Stewart says she was the DIY before DIY was popular. And if you're like me, a millennial, I remember her show being on TV and her having just a mass influence over so many women. And it didn't matter who they were. Like, it was, you know, obviously we had a black version of Martha Stewart. I showed who that was, is B. Smith. She was a model turned restaurateur. I want to shout her out too, because she did show what domestic lifestyle content can do, and how it could be something beyond what people can see. So it's up to you. I'm getting on here to encourage the other people that or that one person that may watch this right now or replay and say, you have something to give. You have a gift to share. It's called a gift for a reason. It's not for you to gift to yourself. It's for you to gift to who's out here. And I know social media can feel like it's like a scary, big, you know, drop in a bucket. Like, I'm not going to be heard. Nothing that I post is going to be seen. You have to get on people's nerves. I hate to tell you, but you have to get on people's nerves. Like, if you don't have enough people saying, like, you post all the time, you're not posting enough. You need to have a couple people tell you, like, you're on here all the time. You're posting all the time. Yes, you have to have those people saying that to you, because nothing is they're not going to know what you're doing if you don't get on here. And I do see a lot of people share, you know, try to hide it in the stories, what they know how to do. And that's great, y'all. But that doesn't get you paid. The actual content that you put out, like the posts, you know, even if it's quotes, even if it's a picture of what you ate today, those are all things that could put money in your pocket. And it's something serious, and it's going to be around for a long, 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 long time. So I follow a coach that has been talking about monetize yourself, and God bless her. Like, I had the opportunity to give some tips last night and kind of share like what she could do, and she actually sold into it. And this is what it's about. It's about helping each other, and I'm not going to try to keep this to myself. But I do want people to understand they could be strategic in what they put on the videos. You have kids his age, which are like 10, on YouTube producing videos every day. Like, what, 3 times a day, Legend? So if a child can outwork you, you have no excuse. And matter of fact, my own son is an inspiration, because I mean, he just opened up this new world of like YouTube families, YouTube kids, YouTube. I'm on YouTube too, and I'm working on building that and taking that serious. But I have honed in and took my Facebook serious since May to the point where I'm like strategic about what I want to share to the world. It's not about throwing out just anything. It's an actual structure that you have to have in place in order for you to develop your Facebook. It's a Facebook. So think about like you're giving people a book access to what you want to post. And it's you have people flip through the pages and see what you're all about. The first impression is everything. So if you're giving people an impression on here that you're negative, you're probably going to attract negative people. If you give people something positive and they look forward to that, you're going to attract those people that want that type of content. If you give people tips on finances, you're going to attract those type of people, but you have to stay consistent and you have to post throughout the whole day. I know it used to be, you're probably distracting the people, but it used to be 7 to 11 times a day. And I think now it's like at least 20, y'all. Like, this is media. This is, would you stop? Now you're going to have to, this is media. So let's look up the definition of media so that I can show y'all, like, your page matters. This is not something that you should not take serious. You should actually take your page serious. And there's actually prospects probably looking at your page right now with what you do, and you wouldn't even know if you was still stuck in your head like, what I say is not important, what I post is not important. And so media definition is the main means of mass communication. That's broadcasting, like right now, publishing. When you post a status, you're publishing something. And then the internet, you need the internet to do both of those things. So collectively, we're all on media, whether we're saying we are or not. We're on a media platform. And so Facebook is not the only one that you can be on to actually generate income. There's a bunch of others. But I would say Facebook is the highest that will, not the highest, is the one that will pay you the most because it is set up to want you to produce content. Like, Facebook actually wants you to produce content and it rewards you for that. So all these churches, all these people that have businesses, if they're not utilizing their social media and getting paid on the back end, what's the problem? You all service people. If you're servicing people, you need to be on here. It doesn't matter if you don't go live every day, at least produce a status. Because looking back at your statuses, you can collect them and you can make a blog. I have told people this on private Zooms. They can go back and go look at all the messages that they want to type 2-3 paragraphs on statuses, but they don't want to start a blog. You have your blog already. You have AI to correct your grammar. You already typed up everything, so you just put it in Chat GPT or you put it in Canva has a AI, and it will correct your grammar, and you put it up as a blog. People love to read. If you want to start a podcast, go back on your page and look at the topics that you talked about that people engage with the most. But I do want people to also know, like, through watching this documentary, like, Martha did not act like she was entitled. She worked really hard. She worked very hard for what she built, her empire. And so, you want to add to that, Legend? Okay, because you just watching. But she worked very hard, and she had to have a lot of meetings with Time Magazine, all these networks, and they just did not believe in it. And if you set yourself up to be on here and you believe wholeheartedly in what you're passionate about, people will start taking you serious, and you don't have to worry about the middleman, validating you, or some, magazine hasn't reached out to you yet, or you feel like you're overlooked. Yes, you're still in the camera. You feel like you're overlooked. Let me tell you something. This little boy, he taught me discipline before, so that's why he's not distracting me. I had to learn how to paint while he was in diapers and running around, and but anyways, you have to be focused on producing and working on sharing your voice, sharing what you are passionate about. What is the thing that makes your fire ignite inside of you? What topic can you talk about that is just like, it just flows out of your mouth? Whenever somebody asks you about it, you just like talk about it with a breeze. You're not stuttering. You're not feeling like you're less than. Yes.
The things you can do to talk about is games, whole cooking, whole plants right behind me right now.
Okay, so he's like, you can talk about games, you can talk about cooking, you can talk about plants. There's a bunch of plant parents.
And you can talk about animals.
Handmade tools. And the importance of visual, y'all, is that is top. That should be a top priority for your page, like giving visuals. I know sometimes people feel like they're not creative or artistic, whatever, but you probably have a camera roll on your phone full of pictures. Start sharing them. If you took a picture of the sky, start sharing it. If you took a picture of your kids, start sharing. Well, if you don't want to share your kids, maybe take a picture of them from the back or while they was at the park. But there's so much that you could be sharing and gifting to your timeline, which is the world. And I don't want you to feel like you don't have a gift. That's how they tried to make Martha Stewart feel. Like she didn't have a gift, like she didn't have influence. And she, quite ironically, was speaking to the masses during a critical time like we're in now. People, they didn't have XYZ. A lot of divorces was happening, and she still blew up. So I think sometimes we look at the time and we're like, oh, nobody's focused on this or whatever. But if you show your passion, it's going to shine through regardless. It doesn't matter if I want to talk about this ginger ale, let's do a test, legend. Let's talk about the ginger ale, because everybody know, if you don't know, I love ginger ale. Okay, I could sell this ginger ale right now. So let's say today I was eating my Chinese food, which I wasn't supposed to be eating, and I just had all this like rumbling and acid, and I just needed a drink of this cold ginger ale. And guess what started happening? I started burping. I started feeling relieved because I drank this ginger ale. And I don't see that it's made with real ginger. But anyways, I drank this and it made me feel better. I think psychologically, I've forced myself to think that this makes me feel better, but it doesn't. But y'all get the gist. Like, I love ginger ale. So if I want to take a picture of this, right, and I want to put it on my page, you know how many people will relate to that? Like small, simple stuff. Like, be relatable. Be authentic. Don't show up on here like a robot, like, and a 1, and a 2, and I'm right now with my son, and he's just everywhere. But do I care? No, because I'm a mom. I'm not going to hide that. Right? I'm not going to hide that I'm a mother. I'm not going to make, appease people that don't like kids. I have a child. So I'm not going to, hide that or feel like I need to tell him to go sit down. Which sometimes, when I first started, right, Legend, I used to do that all the time.
Yes.
Now I don't even care. Because I know what my passion is, and I know how to talk about it. So, again, let me see if there's any... Hi, Lexi. Oh, I hope you're still on. Yes. Yes, thank you. Hi, Alyssa.
Hi, Alyssa.
Legend says hi. Okay, so if you need guidance with taking your page to and making it a platform of resource, because you have to be a resource in this time. People don't have the connections in their community sometimes, and if they could look to your page like a guiding light, which is shameless plug, I have a newsletter called Guiding Light that comes out every month for free on my email list. And if you would like to join that, you just go to www.kristennicoleman.com and sign up for my email list, and you will get a newsletter each month.
And you can get my books and my grandma's books.
Oh, nice. You want to show your book? Okay. So she said, Timothy said hello.
Yippee!
He said, yippee! Yeah, we're gonna come see you guys soon.
Yeah.
Because I love visiting new cities.
Wait, Timothy.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how to say your name, so. Do you have any games over there?
Oh, he said, do you have any games? But I think everyone has something important to say, and I just think sometimes people need a little bit of guidance and a little bit of strategy to take their platform to another level. Facebook is still number one, y'all. Facebook is still number one. I don't know if you're familiar with the comedian Country Wayne. He took his Facebook platform to a all-time level, and he became wealthy by putting his skits on Facebook. He had put them on Instagram, and something happened where they didn't pay him like they were supposed to, and he came back to Facebook. And his stuff, I mean, all the fans from Facebook come to his shows. Like, they just started taking his skits really serious. Like, these shows that used to show on cable TV, now they don't have to go on cable TV. Now they can just come right here and watch all those skits. So there are people doing things that is possible. It's possible for you. She said, no, not really. We are boring. He needs to do his homework. That's okay. Legend is boring too. He's boring too. But if you need guidance, I do have a new subscription. It is only $2.99 a month. And you will get all the up-to-date information about, this is what I do. I do social media for other people as well. I've been able to help people produce books, and my mom just released a new children's book, and she's having a book signing on Saturday, and she's already sold about 16 children's books that she just put out. So we're not playing games over here. Like, we are producing. We gonna keep producing, because you can't stop, y'all. Like, it's so much we have at our fingertips. Like, stop letting what other people have get in the way of you. Like, you have something in your hand. You have something in your house right now that you could utilize so that you can get ahead of the game and be in that 1%. Yes. No, you cannot. No, because you already have one. So you have something in your house. If you have a laptop, start getting on it. Everyone has a phone. You can start recording from your phone. Just start taking videos of your morning walk or something that you love to do, and then just write a caption to it. Like, it's really, y'all, it's no excuse. It's no excuse. And there's so much money out here. It's so much money out here. Martha Stewart became a billionaire, but I'll let y'all watch it because it was shiesty what they did. But I just admired how far she took the whole DIY womanhood space to the stock market. Like that speaks volumes of who she is, of the perseverance, of not giving up on her dreams, not giving up when someone said, I don't know, you might need to lessen yourself. She just kept going. And I use social media so much to persevere for the things that I felt were wrong, and it corrected its course and it became right. So this is a powerful tool, y'all. This is very powerful. Yes, and if you make plenty of money, we are going to go to Lexi, Mrs. Worldwide, to get our finances right. She's in the comments. So book your consultation. She's on here all the time too, y'all. So everybody I follow is doing the work. And maybe that's another point. You might have to clean up your timeline to follow people that are actually doing stuff. Because I don't want you to get caught up on your timeline that you have now, because you may have people from your hometown, you may have a lot of family, you may have a lot of people that are just used to you. And sometimes when people get too comfortable with us, they don't really make us feel great. Like, they don't really validate what you do. They don't speak to your fire. Like, they don't add to the flame. And sometimes you have to go out of your comfort zone and add those people that are 12 steps ahead of you. Lexi's 12 steps ahead. I'm not saying this like I'm nothing, but you have to be with people that are doing the work. And you have to glean from it, admire it, and you got to start doing the work too. And honestly, this stuff that I'm talking about is not even labor intensified. Like, it's just you literally posting. That's it. So anything else you want? What do you have in your mouth? What? Okay. So my son wants to make content right now and put gum in his mouth that I didn't tell him to put in his mouth. But we're going to come back and we're going to do some slime. Maybe around like 8 o'clock, so that he wants to go live doing the slime. We're going to be coming back with our cooking show too. I don't know what happened to that, but maybe we'll do a Thanksgiving special with our baby shower food. All right. But I hope this helped you all. Again, I have a monthly subscription on my Facebook right by my name. You can add yourself. It's $2.99 a month. Y'all already pay that for Apple or any other thing that you have as a subscription. But this is actually important. So I do encourage you to sign up for it. I'm also going to be having paint nights on there, exclusive. And I'm going to be putting that up really soon. I'm going to keep giving you value about how you can really take your page to the next level with the visuals of what you're trying to show people, because sometimes we can type things and people just need that one visual to make it click. So definitely stay tuned, and I appreciate everyone's support. I appreciate y'all taking all these posts viral. Like, I just am trying to help people find stuff, like figure out how they can craft, figure out how they can make it easier for them and not be spending a lot of money. So I'm off of here, and I will talk to you.
Bye, Timothy.
Oh, bye, Tiffany. I will talk to you soon.
I hope I see you soon.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
Bye, y'all. Thank you.